Now students see multiplication of two integers. But now we consider the integers negative. Two integers, both the integers are negative integers. We know that when you take two positive integers and do the multiplication, you will get the answer as a positive integers. Means suppose A and B both are positive, so your answer is always positive. But suppose you have any one of them is negative. Okay? Either minus A, first integer is negative, negative into positive, when you do multiplication, you are getting answer negative. Positive into negative, you are getting the answer again negative. Means any one of integer is negative, your answer is always negative. Okay, so now we see if you have both the integers negative, then what is your answer? Let's see. With the help of, we follow one pattern and we observe that at the end of the patterns what answer we are getting. Okay. Suppose you have minus 3 into 4. What is your answer? Minus 12. Suppose you have minus 3 into 3. What is your answer? Minus 9, which is equal to minus 12 plus 3. Okay. Now if you have minus 3 into 2, what is the answer? Minus 6, which means minus 9 plus 3. Okay. Suppose you have minus 3 into 1. What is the answer? Minus 3, which is equal to minus 6 plus 3. Minus 3 into 0. What is the answer? 0, which is equal to minus 3 plus 3. Now if you have minus 3 into minus 1, then what is your answer? This is 3. How? 0 plus 3. Okay. Every time we are adding plus 3. Remember, because here our first number is minus, negative. Negative multiplied with positive, negative multiplied with positive. We know that if any one is negative, your answer is negative. But now here minus, minus, both the terms are negative, then what is your answer? Positive. Let's see one more example. Minus 3 into minus 2 is equal to 4. Sorry, 6. How will you will get 6? This 3 plus 3. 6. Suppose you have minus 3 into minus 3 is equal to 9. How? 6 plus 3. So what we can say from this? If you have both the integers are negative, what is your answer? Positive. Minus 3 into minus 1, 3 ones are 3. Minus 3 into minus 2, 3 twos are 6. Minus 3 into minus 3, 3 threes are 9. So what we can say? If we have both the integers negative, then what is our product? Always positive. So what we can say? This is our fourth rule. Minus A into minus B will always give you AB. So what we can say? In addition, what we will do? Both the numbers positive, addition positive. One of the number is negative, addition is negative or positive, depend on which number is negative. Same way, if both the numbers are positive, in addition subtraction we do the addition, but sign is negative. But in multiplication, both the integers are positive, product is positive. Any one of the integer is negative, product is negative. If both the integers are negative, product is always positive. So these are the 4 rules that you have to remember whenever you want to do the multiplication of 2 or more than 2 negative or positive integers. So this is all about multiplication of 2 negative integers. Now suppose you have more than 2 integers, then what you will do? Suppose you have multiplication 2 of more than 2 integers. Then what is the answer? Let's see. Some examples are given. Minus 4 into minus 3. What is your answer? Minus 4 into minus 3 into minus 2. Then what is your answer? Minus 4 into minus 3 into minus 2 into minus 1. Then what is your answer? Minus 5 into minus 4 into minus 3 into minus 2 into minus 1. Then what is the answer? Let's discuss first of all this multiplication. Right now we have seen that if you have two numbers, two integers are negative, your answer is always positive. So minus 4 into minus 3, both the integers are negative. So what we can write? The answer is positive plus 12. Now, suppose you have three integers. So what we can do? We make the group of this number. One is that is we make the group of two numbers, two integers. So minus 3 minus 4. What is the answer? 12. Minus 4 minus 3 will give you 12. Again you have to multiply with negative. And we know that any one of integer is negative. The answer is negative. So what we can write? Minus 24. Next question. Again we make the group of 2. 1, 2. Two negative integers. When you do the multiplication, your answer is 4 is at 12, always positive. And for here 2 ones are 2, always positive. So answer is 24. Now here make the group of this 2 because we know the answer of this directly. So when you solve this, because this remains same, so what we can say? Minus 5 into 24. So what is the answer? Minus 120. Okay. So if you observe the answers, suppose you have two negative numbers, negative integers, your answer is always positive. Suppose you have three negative integers, your answer is always negative. Four negative integers, your answer is positive. Five negative integers, your answer is negative. So what you can say? For even number of negative integers, the product is always positive. And for odd number of negative integers, your answer is always negative. If you have two negative integers, answer is positive. Four negative integers, answer is positive. Six negative integers, answer is positive. 8, 10, 12, 14. So even number of negative integers if you have in multiplication, the answer is always positive. But if you have odd number of integers, 3 integers, answer is negative. Then 5 integers, answer is negative. 7 integers, the answer is always negative. So this you have to keep in mind whenever you want to do the multiplication of 3 or more integers. You have to remember these rules. Okay, so it is better for you to do the multiplication with the help of these rules. So this is all about multiplication of negative integers. So next we will discuss properties of multiplication of integers. In that also we discuss multiplication property for integers. In that we discuss closure property for multiplication and division, commutative property for multiplication and division, associative property for multiplication and division. Then we discuss multiplicative identity and multiplicative inverse. The same we have seen for addition and subtraction, the same we will see for the multiplication and division, whether all the properties are closed under integers or not, that we will discuss. And then we discuss the very important property, that is distributive property of multiplication or addition for integer. This we have learned for natural number, whole number, and the same we will discuss for the integers. Okay, any query you can ask me. Thank you.